process servers, people hire us to serve legal documents. And, usually it can be a private person, a government agency, law firms, businesses hire us to serve legal documents. And one of the easiest locations to serve is registered agents. Because basically, I'll tell you what it is. A registered agent is what they do is they are a company that accepts service of process for other companies, LLCs, and corporations. So process servers are hired to serve legal documents to registered agents. And that's what I specialize in Sacramento. There's like 7 or 8 different registered agent companies in Sacramento that I specialize in serving documents to. And so that's where we're at now, is we're here getting ready to serve some documents to my specialty, Corporation Service Company, doing business as CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service. We've got 2 documents going here. One is going to Amazon, and the other one is going to State Farm Insurance Company. So both of those entities have identified Corporation Service Company doing business as CSC Lawyers as their registered agents. And so I'll get to the questions in a little bit here. And so in every state, your Secretary of State's office, companies that are doing business in those states have to appoint a registered agent to accept service of process. And service of process is, lawsuit paperwork, subpoenas, things like that. So every corporation and LLC has to appoint that. So as a process server, what I did is when I first got started in 2001 serving documents, I would serving people, serving businesses, things like that. And then some people started calling me about serving registered agents. And I would, come deliver my documents to the registered agents, not a big deal. Like this is a small claims I'm taking right now. And I'd see people walking in with stacks like this. And I was like, what in the world is this? And so I did some research and found out that these registered agents get served all day. That's all they do. Literally, this place here has probably got 20 people in the back. They probably got 25 scanner copy machines. And all they do is when you drop the documents off, they scan them in and email it to the companies that they represent. And I was like, wow, this is easy. You know what I'm saying? This is simple because there's no going to nobody's house. I ain't got to worry about no dogs, none of that. I just go to the registered agent. And so I was like, okay, how do I get more business serving these? Because I still do serve people, out in the field and things like that. Like I got 2 that I got to do this evening. Both one's a small claims and one's a restraining order. I still have to do that. And so, but it's like, this is simple. Literally one trip. You walk in, you drop it off, and you leave. I was like, so what I ended up doing was creating a marketing plan to market my process serving business for serving these locations. And this is my specialty. This is what I specialize in doing. So if you're a process server, make a comment. Let me know that you're a process server. I'm gonna kind of look at the comments now, but let me know if you're a process server already and where you're located. Because this location, Corporation Service Company, is in all 50 states. So if you're in a state where you have this, you just do what I do, and you can start getting some of these cases yourselves. Okay, so we got Joe's in Florida. Okay, who else is here? Minnesota. Okay. Okay, let's see here. And so, so Joe has a CT Corp. In California, you got a CT Corp down in Glendale, California. I get calls from them to serve them a lot, and I've got some process servers down there that I outsource some of my cases to. And so, because I do a lot of keyword research, because I basically spend the majority of my time marketing my business online so that I can get people to call me that need, their services. And, putting stuff out there about different locations, people will reach out to me. And so Okay, great. So I'm gonna answer more questions here in a minute. This stuff's popping up, and I'm starting to lose train of thought. So let me. So basically, I get calls for CT Corp, and I just outsource them to somebody else, or I'll get calls to serve this CSC lawyers or Corporation Service Company other states. I outsource it as well, and so these registered agents are basically in every state. You just have to figure out what state it is. You got to find out where their office is, and so if you go to the company's website, lots of times they'll list their address in every state. Okay, so, but here's the thing: if you was to type in Corporation Service Company doing business with CSC lawyers, you're probably gonna come across a bunch of my websites. And if you look for videos, you're probably gonna see a whole bunch of my videos as well, because I target serving those locations. And I get calls nationwide, and I get calls from people thinking that I'm Corporation Service Company. And I was like, no, I'm not them. And they'll argue with me. Yeah, yes, you are. No, I'm not. I'm a process server, and I deliver documents to them. And so I've got their phone number. So I just, give the phone number to the person, and I convert about 10% of those people to customers, because a lot of them are calling to find out how to serve documents to Corporation Service Company. So I give, I tell them, well, give them my phone number if they want to hire me, and I'll give them my link to my website and stuff like that. Let me check these questions here. Okay, so Gustavo, you're in San Francisco. Okay. And Nikki is in California. And then Tim, Central Point, wanted to know, how do we get a list of the CT Corp, CSCs, and random companies that accept service? It's going to take a little research. Depends on the state you're in. So it starts with the Secretary of State's website. So whatever state you're in, you got to go to the Secretary of State website, and you do a business search. And the best way to do it is like search for large corporations like Wells Fargo, Facebook, Airbnb, State Farm, and then you'll see who they're using as the registered agent in that state. And then you search for that registered agent to see if they're in the area that you would deliver documents to. Okay, so that's the best way to start your search, is to see if they're in your area. And if they are, that's perfect. And then you just start building online content about serving documents to that specific location. And so some Secretary of State's offices, you have the ability to do a search of registered agents. I know in California you can't. You have to go the other direction. You got to search for the business to get the registered agent. But some states, you can actually search for the registered agent, and then from there you look to see where they're located. And if they're located in your city, then you can put your online content out there to serve those locations. Okay, so that's the key. That's one way to figure it out. Another way is this, let's see here. Another way is if you just go and type into Google registered agents, and they will usually produce some registered agents, like who are some of them? Northwest registered agent, what's some other ones that people can set up their corporations online, like Swift filings, stuff like that. And then you go to the Secretary of State to see if they're a registered agent company in that state. And if they're in your location, that's another good place to start to find those registered agents. I mean, because literally, I got two right here, small claims and a, what is this one? A United States District Court, so another federal case going to Corporation Service Company doing business with CSC lawyers. Each one paid me $125. What do you guys charge to serve registered agents in your states? What are you charging? Because I charge $125 to serve a registered agent. Okay. And all I'm going to do is walk in, leave it on the desk, write down the clerk's name, come out, put it on my process server software, and I'm done. And then just do a little paperwork after the fact. I ain't got to knock on no doors. I ain't got to worry about no dogs. I ain't got to worry about people not wanting to be served. This is what I like to do. This is easy. If you're process server, if you did just this, you ain't got to worry about people, dogs, and all the other stuff, and avoiding it. You know, I got one now. I got a divorce case where they're lying and saying she don't live there. You know, and I got to go back 2-3 more times, and they're gonna tell me she don't live there still. And it's like, okay, well, you know, I'm not gonna get her. But that's all they do is take service of process of these kind of documents. Okay, so let me look at the comments here real quick. Okay, Gustavo, can we subserve a registered agent on the first attempt, even if the service address is a residential address in California? Now, let me get this out there. I'm no attorney. This is not legal advice. If you want an attorney, you need to find one. Can you subserve a registered agent on the first attempt, even if the service address is a residential address in California? Depends on the type of documents. If it's a small claims, I will subserve on the first attempt. If it's anything else, I'm subserving on the third attempt. Okay, that's basically how it does. And so those that don't know what a subserve is you go to the location of the person's place of business or residence. They're not there. You can leave a copy with a responsible adult over the age of 18. Now, this is California. Over the age of 18, you tell them it's legal papers, and then you mail, then you mail another copy to that address, addressed to that person or business at that location. That's a substituted service. Okay, what's another question? My rate is for anybody, attorneys and people. I don't, you know, there's no, that's basically what I do is for attorneys and people. That's my rate. Now, if they have multiple cases, I'll give them a discount. Or if they go on my website and they fill out the online form and it pays for it through the website where I don't have to talk to you or nothing, you get a discount. So, but if I have to enter all this information into my process server software, if you call and you email me the documents and I have to enter it in, I charge you $125. And so these are from two different people. One's an attorney and the other one is a private person. And I'm serving State Farm and Amazon. I'm serving State Farm and Amazon. Okay. And so that's basically, you know, what I specialize is coming to these kind of locations. And in Sacramento, we've got Paracorp, we've got Cognicy Global, we've got Registered Agent Solutions, and in Sundoc Filings, and these are all registered agent corporations. That's all they do. And you know, some of them I go every day, some of them I go every week. This location here, because this is where I specialize in marketing towards corporation service company, I'm here every day, because it's so easy. It's super simple. It's super simple. Let me check these comments. Let's see here. Am I a NAPPA member? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Now, I'm a member of, Serve Now? You know, so, and I just haven't joined them yet. I'm the NAPPA. I'm going to join them. I just haven't got around to it. But I'm gonna join them, and I'm gonna tell you, for me, it's not about getting clients from that. It's about the link that you get to your website from that company. Okay, because it's that you get to put your URL of your website and it links to your URL and it links to your website. Because like with Serve Now, every time I get a request for a process server, when I reach out to them, they've already, you know, sent it to everybody else that's in my area, and I can never get a client from them. Very seldom will they hire me. Plus, I'm not the lowest priced anyway, so very seldom they hire me because I'm always, you know, I don't know if I'm not quick enough or whatever. So, but it gives a link pointing to my website, so that gives my website authority in Google. So people are searching for process servers in my neighborhood or my city. My website will show up high in the rankings, because that's how people find me. Is they'll go to Google, type in process server or type in how to serve something, and one of my websites will show up. So it's a benefit to have your website in there, and it's a benefit to join those directories, because the more directories that you join, they give you a link pointing to your website, the better your website will do in the Google rankings. And see, I've even created process server directories as well that you can join. You can join. Just make a comment or send me an email, and I'll give you a list of all the process server directories that I have that I allow anybody else to put their information in. Or if you click the links below in the description of this video, there's my main one, where you can add your free directory listing and list your process server business. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get anybody who's going to find it through there, but that's going to help your main website improve in the Google rankings, because it's like, oh, there's somebody else is posting about serving their process server in a different area. Yes. And so, you know, that's what I do, is I spend the majority of my time marketing my business online. That's literally what I do. By building websites, making social media content on YouTube with videos, Facebook with posts and videos, LinkedIn with posts and articles, and then adding content to my websites. So like today, we are here serving State Farm. Okay, State Farm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually make a video that I'm gonna upload into State Farm while I got you here. So let me get to it. Let me do it real quick here. So this is basically a marketing video that I will make targeting State Farm. And you have to be consistent with your postings. That's the hardest part, is you just can't just do it once. You got to do it all the time. So I call it documenting my journey. So every time I come here, I make a video. Literally every time I come here, I make a video. So we're gonna go to my camera setting, make a video. See, I got my camera right there. Make a video. Okay, who am I serving? Okay, you guys watching? Are you watching? Here we go. How to serve documents to State Farm Insurance Agency in California. Hey, my name is Lance, and I'm a Sacramento, California process server, and I was just hired to serve some small claims papers to State Farm at their registered agent, Corporation Service Company, doing business as CSC Lawyers, Incorporating Service in Sacramento. Corporation Service Company is located at 2710 Gateway Oaks Drive, Suite 150N, Sacramento, California 95833. So if you need to have documents served to State Farm at their registered agent or any other entity that uses Corporation Service Company as a registered agent, there'll be a link below this video. Click that link. It'll take you to my website where you can fill out an online form, upload your documents, and get your documents served. Okay, that was a 53-second video. So I'll go take that video and upload it onto my YouTube channel. Now I've got several YouTube channels, but I'm just going to put it on my main channel, because you can't upload that same video to multiple channels because it'll be treated as duplicate content. But here's a little secret trick. All you got to do is make the video a little different. So if you've got some video editing software, you could put text on the video and then upload that onto one channel. Change the text, upload that on another channel. Change the text, upload that on another channel. And so now you uploaded that same video with just a little different text onto 3 different YouTube channels, and each one of those descriptions has a link to one of your websites. So literally one video, you can make a whole bunch of videos, put it on social media, on your YouTube channels, because I have more than one. Put that on YouTube channels, and then that helps people find you. So when they go and type in how to serve documents to State Farm Insurance, your stuff will pop up and you'll take over. So we're going to upload that into my YouTube channel right now. So we're going to go to YouTube, upload video. So upload video, we find the one that we just created. This 53-second one. We click on that. There it is. Okay, let me turn this mic off. Oops. So you can hear it, because I got it on a mic. Process server, and I was just hired to serve some small claims papers to State Farm at their registered agent corporation service company doing business as CSC lawyers. Click next. So now it says create a title. So one of the things I learned is I don't put corporation service company or CSC lawyer in the title, because they've got a trademark or something, and they had people sending me emails and stuff. So I don't put them in the title, I put them in the description. So what I'll do is I'll put in the keywords I'm trying to rank for. So I'll put in Sacramento process server or process server Sacramento in the title with some other stuff about serving. So it's probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Sacramento process server just serve State Farm at their registered agent. So that's what I'm gonna put in the title. So give me a second as I type that in. Sacramento process server just served, and you only get 100 characters, so I'm at 39. Small claims papers to State Farm I'm just going to put that Sacramento process server just serves small claims paper to State Farm. Okay, so then we go down into the description, and then we put in, this is where I'll put in the registered agent and the address in the description as well, and the State Farm and Sacramento process server. So how to serve legal papers to State Farms agent for service of process corporation service company doing business as CSC Lawyers Incorporating Service, located at 2710 Gateway Oaks Drive, Suite 150N, Sacramento, California 95833. Oops, okay, so I'm gonna put Sacramento process server, Lance Casey and Associates can serve your documents. Okay, so that's what we're gonna put next. Sacramento process server, Lance Casey, the ampersand, Associates can serve your documents there. And then I'm gonna put a link to my website. So then I'm gonna go back to Google, forget to go to my website. Okay, so order process service. Copy the URL, go back to the YouTube upload, paste my URL in there. And then I just click next. And I put it, no, it's not for kids. I put no for kids. And now it's uploading the video into onto my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, let me see. We have Gustavo. If the Secretary of State's website points an individual current registered agent for a company, but when serving he isn't anymore a registered agent for that company, would you serve the docs anyway? If it's on the register, if it's on the Secretary of State's website, and I would just do a drop serve, and then just, that's what I would do. Okay, do you have an office or do you work from home? I do have an office location, but it's just like a virtual office where I get mail and if I need to meet clients, but I'm never there. I got a home office that I do all my internet work at home in my home office. When you first started with your online journey, additional websites, YouTube sites, how quickly did your business start growing? Okay, this is what I tell everybody. When you're building a website, it's going to take probably 5-6 months before Google even knows you exist. Okay, so that's a general website for Process Server Your City. Just 5-6 months before they even know you exist. But when you make your videos or you target specific locations, those terms are easier to rank for than main terms for process servers in most cities. So it's easier to rank for. So those can show up in minutes. Literally, those can show up in minutes. I mean, this video that I just uploaded, I'm gonna see if it's uploaded yet. If it's uploaded, okay, it is uploaded. Okay, so we're gonna go and type in how to serve documents to State Farm Insurance in Google to see what happens. How to serve documents to State Farm Insurance. Okay, so we're gonna Google search. Okay, now that's one of my websites right there. Did the video show up at all? Nope, it didn't show up. Okay, so if we go to videos, let's see if the video shows up. Yeah, no, it doesn't show up, didn't show up just yet. But sometimes your videos will show up within minutes. But see, here's the thing. Make more than one. Literally, make more than one video. Make more than one video. And this is a little trick. If you're not serving any, but they get them here, just make a bunch of videos and take some pictures of the outside. Take some pictures of the sign that says the company that you're, the registered agent. And just so you have that content online, and then you make the name of that image the registered agent. So when you create the file for that image, make it the registered agent. And then when you're creating your online presence, when you're building your websites, don't build the website statefarm.com. No, you don't do that. What you want to do, what I do, this is my little secret, is I'll make a website with the domain name, the address of the registered agent. That's what I'll do, because people, when they're searching, they're going to go to Google, the Secretary of State, and copy and paste from the Secretary of State search and paste it into Google. And what I'm doing is I'm just creating a website around the address. But then in the site itself, it says, do you need to serve documents to Corporation Service Company located at the address, but the domain name is the actual address. So it's 2710gatewayoaksdrive.com or .net, .info. So that's one of my little secrets, is I'll build a website with the domain name. And then on that website, I talk, I'll have a post, because when a website, you have a page and you have posts. A post is like a blog post. And so like you could write an article about serving State Farm, which could basically be the transcript of my video I just made. And then you can embed the video that you made onto that website. And so let me see, would you do an address spelled out or by abbreviation, or street, drive? So what I do is, what does it say on the Secretary of State's website? And then when I do my keyword research, what's showing up? Is Avenue showing up or AVE showing up? So that's how I do the search, is I'll just do a Google, start typing the address into Google and see what it does, because I want it to match exactly what Google is saying. So is it the number sign? I don't know if you could put a number sign in the Google, I mean in a domain name, but you could, 150 in, or suite, STE or SUITE. So it's based on what Google says. That's what I do. And I use SEM Rush as my keyword research tool. It's like $100 a month, but I got a bunch of expenses that are associated with my online stuff, because I spend all my time online doing stuff. And I'm actually putting the finishing touches on an ebook that you can get, and you're going to want to get it. It's how to actually do the marketing to target these locations, how to find these locations. I'm going to give you a list of these locations in every state, and then you just do exactly what it says, and then you should be able to get some of this easy money. Registered agents is simple. It's simple. Like to get my business to rank for Process Server Sacramento in Google, there's all kinds of competition, all kinds. But to rank for how to serve documents to Wells Fargo, type that in and see what's going on. Hey, Shalinda, type that in to see what's going on. Somebody go to Google, see how to serve documents to Wells Fargo, and see if tell me if you see my face anywhere. How to serve documents to State Farm. Do you see my face anywhere? How to serve documents to Airbnb. Do you see my face anywhere? Literally. And that's what I do, is I'll just make some videos, make some online content, and do it every day and upload it onto my different channels, and then go serve these documents, fill out the little proof of service form. For small claims, it's a SC 104. And it's all, I put all this information into my process server software to make it so it's simple when it comes to filling out the paperwork. Literally. What other questions came up? Okay, literally. I ain't got to knock on nobody's door. I ain't got to have nobody cussing me out. I ain't got to worry about no dogs. None of that. This is an office complex. Look at this. Can I turn this camera around? Look at that. That's where I gotta go. An office complex. That's it. I just go in there, drop it off, write the clerk's name down that's at the counter, because that's whose name is listed, and write that person's name down at the counter. And what do you use for your number or rear view? What did you say? What do you use for your phone number or rear view? What do you mean? Oops. Kind of be a little. You can see it, huh? Okay. Okay. On my phone number, I've got several phone numbers. Several. And they all get forwarded to the same number. That's basically, I have a additional phone. My assistant has the phone because she answers the phone for me during the day. So I have an additional phone where all my phone numbers get forwarded to that one number. Okay. And so, like on my cell phone, they don't call my phone because I don't answer the phone. It goes to my assistant who answers the phone. Do I have a Google number? Yes, I do. And it gets forwarded to my other phone. And then I have an e-fax number. So the faxes, they just come in and I can just print it out and go from there. But people don't fax documents. Probably 1 or 2 a year do I get documents faxed to me. I tell everybody to email me the documents. I get faxes, but it's people trying to sell me stuff all day. And literally, that's what it is. But I have it just so I have it. But I get my phone numbers, and I have local numbers, and I have toll-free numbers. Okay, so I have local numbers, and are you trying to sell something? I have local numbers, and I have toll-free numbers. And I get my numbers from Freedom Voice and Callfire. And you can forward them wherever you want them to go. And here's the thing, the number itself is $5, $6, $10 a month just to have the number. Just depends on which one you use. But when you get calls, then you pay. Well, you got to pay for it when you get a bunch of calls. Well, if I'm getting a lot of calls, that means I got a lot of people calling to check the services, and I'm gonna be making more money. Because I want that phone to ring. Literally, the more phone calls you get, the more money you're gonna make. So you want that phone ringing. Let's see here. No night work. Very seldom do I get night work. Sometimes I do, but it's not to here because they close at 4. They're open from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. So this is a super simple thing. 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. But like I've got a one just came in today, and I've got a what is it? I can't remember what kind of documents it is, but the best time to get them is going to be after 6. So I'm just waiting to get paid, and then I'm gonna go. I'll probably do that one tonight or tomorrow night after 6. So go serve them after 6. But yes, I go when it's the best time to get the people, because I only want to go once. I want to go literally one time. So here, do me a favor. If you have not done this already, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and then share it with people that you might be interested in becoming a process server. Because I've actually, in the description of this video is a link to my process server training website, where I'm giving away a book that I wrote titled How to Become a Process Server. I normally sell it on Amazon for like $9.99 or whatever, but I give it to you for free. And it teaches you kind of the basics of, process serving. But if you want to, get some mentorship and learn who to serve, how to serve, and how to fill out the paperwork, I also provide process server training as well. How often do you work on the weekends? Whenever stuff comes in. But normally, I'm gonna keep it real. Normally, I'm here at this location. This is my bread and butter. This location right here is my bread and butter. This is my bread and butter. Sometimes I work weekends. It just depends on what kind of cases I have coming in. But I really don't serve a lot of people. I really don't market serving people. They come in because I target process serving in general. I don't serve a lot of people. I serve a lot of businesses, LLCs, and corporations, because it's easy money. It's super easy. Literally, it's super easy. Let's see if my video showed up now. Let's do a little search to see if it showed up now. What was that term? How to serve State Farm insurance? Let's see if it showed up, because sometimes your videos will show up within minutes. Nope, it still didn't show up. Still didn't show up. Let me make sure it even uploaded. Oh, you're in Long Beach. What's going on, Vanessa? What is going on? Let's make sure it even uploaded, because this thing might be slow. Let's see here. Oh, looks like I'm gonna be going to serve somebody after 6. Yep, looks like I'm gonna be serving somebody after 6. Look at that. Invoice $150. I guess I gotta go serve a person now. So let's count that, how much money I got today. 125 plus 150 just came in, just from those 3 things. That ain't a bad day. That ain't a bad day. Okay, that ain't a bad day. Okay, let's see here. What's the purpose of having so many phone numbers and not just one? Okay. I'll tell you why. I want Google to think that all my websites are different entities, so they don't treat them the same. Literally. Google, so I put, basically when I create a niche, I'll create a phone number for that website. So it's separated. So when people are searching, that, especially if I'm creating Google, my business profiles, you want them separate. That's why I have separate phone numbers. That's the key, is so that it's not all one, and it'll be different phone numbers for different niches. And I call a niche is a location. So like this location here has a phone number. Paracorp, which is right down the street, has a phone number. Department of Motor Vehicles has a phone number. And you know, and that's just part of it. That's how I do it. Now you could try to do it with one phone number, one email address, one website. Go ahead. I'm doing one for every location. And then on my website, like for this website for this location, I'll list all the companies that I serve here. So like I would put a blog post about serving State Farm. And then if I go to Paracorp on that website, I would put a blog post about serving that company that's down there. And then on my YouTube channels, I'll put a video of me serving this one, serving that one. And then on the other channels, I'll do the same exact thing. And then on my main website, like for process serving Sacramento in general, you know, because I'll have a web that'll have its own phone number, and that's the one that's listed in Google My Business. That one will cover everything. I'll make, you know, I'll have content for all the serves on that website. That's how I kind of do it. So I know it's probably a lot, and a lot of people don't want to spend that much time and effort, but I'm on the computer all day working on stuff, and I got some stuff that's probably just, I didn't ignore it, and I, you know, need to update it and update the plugins. But I just get going, and it's like right now my focus is finishing this book that you're going to need to get from me on how to make money serving these registered agents, because this is the easy money. If you find one of these locations in your city, someplace that gets served a lot. I mean, give me some examples besides a registered agent of a location that gets served a lot. Anybody have any places that they know of that get served all day? Yeah, you're going to need to get the book. Okay, so give me an example of the place that gets served a lot. Someplace you've been to more than once to serve them. Nobody's got any place they've been to more than once? Have you ever served a government agency? A government agency? Like Department of Motor Vehicles is here in Sacramento, and they're getting served subpoenas for records all the time, or getting sued themselves. So you just, with the same steps you would take marketing for this registered agent, you do the same thing for that government agency. Build the websites, make videos, go, even if you don't have any, go take some pictures, make some videos of you standing out front with the thing in the background, and hey, I'm serving DMV, you know, if you need DMV served. Do the exact same steps, because it's finding those locations that get served multiple times. Another good location that gets served multiple times is hospitals. Do you have any hospitals in your area? Anybody ever served a subpoena for business records or served a lawsuit paper against a hospital? Because they get served a lot. Okay, most of my clients are general public or on behalf of lawyers who are serving restraining orders. Okay. Okay, and so, you know, and so they're, you know, how are you finding your clients? And if that's what your clients are going, you know, are doing, then, and if that's keeping you busy, you know, then whatever you did to get those, do some more of that to get more of those kind of clients. You know, to get more of those kind of clients. Yeah, but my people that hire me are for serving these registered agents most of the time. And they find me online because they saw my, you know, exactly, all from your website, literally, all from my website. Now, there's ways, what I call stirring the pot, to get clients to reach out to you, or so you can find clients yourself. And I had hey, what's up, Mr. Red from Chino Hills? What's going on? I was mentoring a process server yesterday, had a little meeting with her, and she's a process server in the Bay Area. And so she was like, well, what do I do to get clients? And I showed her, it's like, look, this is what you can do. Now, depending on access to your court records, because in Sacramento, you can get access to small claims filings that are recent, literally small claims filings that are recent. And I used to go down to the courthouse to pull those records in the lobby on their computer, but since COVID, you can't do it anymore. So now I was like, well, let me just see if I can get access to the records at home. And you can. So I just typed in the dates I did for the past 30 days of all the small claims filings, and it was like 12 of them that actually showed up. And I was able to get the plaintiff's name and phone number from that record. So I called, I think it was two people on the list of the ones that I found. One of them called me back later on, emailed me the documents, and wants me to serve those small claims papers. Out of the two people I called, wanted me to serve the small claims paper for $150. So I sent her the invoice asking her to pay, and I'm just waiting to get paid before I go out and serve the documents. But she's already agreed to hire me to do it. And so literally that's what you can, if you can get access to your court records, you could just go through the records and get either the attorney's name, because attorneys are on a lot of, if it's a civil subpoena or something like that, it'll have the attorney's name on it and their phone number. You could call them on the phone. Hey, I'm a process server. I see that you filed an action here in court the other day. If you need to have it served, I can help you. Just email me a copy of the documents. Or small claims, mostly it's people. I'll call them and say, hey, I see that you filed some papers. Do you need those documents served? And most of the time they do. Well, all the time they do. But, sometimes they might hire you to do that. Shalinda, yes, if you're in California, you need to get registered. If you do more than 10 serves a year, you'll need to get registered. And you go to your local recorder's office to do that. But if you need to, just getting registered, you still need to know how to do the paperwork, who to serve, how to fill out the paperwork. In the description below is a link to my website. I offer an online training program that can teach you that stuff. And I'll give you a free ebook. Okay. In San Bernardino and Riverside counties, the courts do the small claim serves. How is that? Are they doing it by mail? Or is the sheriff doing it? Is the sheriff doing it? If you're saying the court does all the serve, do they have process servers that are working for those companies, that works for the county, that goes out and does all the serves? Because I know that you probably got to pay extra for that. I doubt very seriously they're going to do those serves for free, because all the filing fees for small claims are the same. One of my area sheriff by law has to do them for free. Okay. But then if that's the case, then you just have to find a different niche. Because in order for the sheriff to do it in Sacramento County and all the other counties that I know of, you got to get a fee waiver. And you get a fee waiver, then the sheriff will be able to do it for you. But lots of sheriff's departments are so backed up that you might be waiting 3 weeks to get your documents served. And then sometimes they can't serve them because the person trying to serve is at work. And they're only going Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And that's where a process server can come in and says, look, I go in the evenings or on the weekends. Okay. And so, but the way I look at it, if that's the case, but there's so many other cases to serve. Don't get stuck. If you think one company has a lock on it, okay, great. But guess what? Other people are serving documents in that county from other counties. And they're going to go to Google and search for process servers in the county that you're trying to serve, that the defendant's located in. So you may not get them from your courthouse, but you can get them from another county by just doing online marketing, building your content, having your website, and all that good stuff. Just don't be discouraged, because people will tell you, well, that you can't do this, you can't do that. Okay, well, I'll figure out something else. Because literally, if I didn't have this online stuff coming, I would be knocking on attorneys' doors every day, passing out my card. And this is a little trick I used to do too. This is a little trick. I had a shirt that said process server across the back, real big orange writing, and then process server right here. I would go to the courthouse, family law courthouse, and in the lobby where everybody's waiting an hour till their name gets called, I would just be there, and then I would act like I was getting a phone call. Hey, this is Lance. Yeah, I'm a process server. As I walk out into the hallway so the clerk doesn't get mad at me. Yeah, I can serve your document. Yeah, I can serve your documents. Okay, have a great day. Just email them to me and walk back in. You know how many people hired me because of that? And I'd give them a card. Yeah, I'm a process server. I can handle it to yours. Here's my card. Now, I didn't go soliciting it. I would just, people that asked me, I would hand it to them. Literally, because the clerk will kick you out if you're in there and says, hey, if you do this. So I never did it all out in the open. I would just act like I'm answering my phone. Yes, I'm a process server. Hold on a second. Go in the lobby and walk outside. And and then walk back in and go sit back down with my card. And people would come and get my card. I would get 2 or 3 a day that way. Because the sheriff's department doesn't have time. If you got a lot of like a domestic violence restraining order, they want to get it done now. Yeah, the sheriff's department will serve it for free, but they ain't going right then. And they're not doing no tricky stuff. Then I've called people and had them meet me places, thinking that they're going to see the person I'm serving and serve them that way. Yeah, they're not showing up then. Nope. Let me see some more comments here. If you get in with the county, that is a good gig. What is as a process server? Mr. Reid? Okay. No, I don't want a job. Because they're gonna be 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. No thanks. No thank you. I want my own gig where I make my own schedule. Because I'm getting ready to go drop these 2 off right here. Each one was 125. And as a matter of fact, what time is it? 2:51. I'm gonna keep y'all on live and y'all can see how fast I go in and out. You can literally see how fast. I want you to time me. Time me. I'm gonna go in right now, so I want you to time me and tell me how long it takes. And I'm not gonna take the camera in because in California they got rules about who can record and what you can record and all this other stuff. So I'm gonna keep it legit. Child Protective Health Service, they will contact you. You will need services. Okay. And the Child Protective Services need people served. Okay, so don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna show you how fast I can go make this $250. Don't go nowhere. Time me. Somebody time me. back. How long was that? How long was that? Okay, literally $250 for that. How many of those could they do a day? Okay, how many of those could you do a day? About 2. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is log the thank you. Now I'm gonna log the serves. I write down the person's name that I gave it to, and then the date and time on my sheet, on my file. So what's today? 4/21, 2/55, and that was Lay. And then I will log this onto my process server software on my cell phone as well. If you're not using a process server software, you need to. This saves me so much time and effort, and having clients calling me wanting to know what's going on, and I don't answer no questions like that. They get an email as soon as I'm done. So I'm on Amazon, I'll type in new attempt. I put in it was a registered agent for the type of service. I put in who I gave it to. I click save attempt, and it's sent to them. They get an email now. They get an email. Then I go to jobs again. I go to State Farm. I put in registered agent. I put in who I gave it to. I click save attempt, and they get an email. They now know. So don't call me asking me what happened, because I'm probably not gonna answer the phone. Well, I'm not. And my assistant would be like, well, did you check the thing? Okay. Like, this is my rain hat. I've had this hat for like 15 years. It's all falling apart. But this is my rain hat. Yeah, what other comments I got on here? Okay. How much does Serve Manager cost per month? Depends on how many you're entering, but it's worth it. Literally, it's worth it. Not getting one call a month from a client asking questions about what's going on, and if you don't know, because you got so many going, now you got to go dig through your file to find their record to see what's going on. No, I'd pay $200 a month if I had to Serve Manager. To get out of answering that question, because I used to get it all the time. Well, what's going on? Especially if you didn't serve them the first time, you had to make multiple trips, and there was situation. You talk to a person, the neighbors, something else is on there, and you don't remember it all, so you got to go find the file to tell them. No, I'd rather just do that, because if I put notes on there also, it'll send those notes to the person. So if, let's say I'm serving a person, and the small child answers the door and says they're not there, I can put that into the call, into the thing, and that'll send it to them. That way, and then so they'll know what happened. And then also I can attach an image of the place, and it gives a GPS tag of the location. What's that? I will fax you proprietary software for $200 a month. Okay. Is that what you're gonna pay me? Okay. Yeah, so that's basically serving registered agents. Super simple. I love serving registered agents. It's one of the easiest jobs as a process server. You ain't got to worry about serving people. You ain't got to worry about dogs. You ain't got to worry about locked gates, people not answering the door. That's all they do is accept service or process. So if you're new here, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and then You can be notified, and make sure you click that bell so you can be notified when I go live again, because I'm actually going to be going live when I'm out serving some people as well, so you can see, you know, kind of what process serving is about. But I specialize in serving registered agents, and then make sure you follow along as well, because I'm going to be publishing a book I'm writing. I'm almost done, on how to make money serving registered agents, how to find them, how to market your business to get these kind of easy, simple cases, so that you too can make this kind of money in your area. Because registered agents is that's the easy money of process serving. Easy money, literally, because every company has to have a registered agent, and if you can market to serve that registered agent, you can get some of that money. We just did 2. It took us all of 2 minutes to walk in and come back out, and we're basically done. You know, and I mean, I've made over $1,000 a day serving this place before. I'm over $1,000 a day as a registered agent, serving a registered agent, and going to one location. And this isn't working for one of them alphabet companies, getting subcontract work where they're paying you $12, $15, $20 to go serve nothing. This is my own business, my own clients, and I do what I got to do, market my business online. And the book I'm writing will share everything, all the steps that you got to take in order so you can do the same thing in your area, so you can target these registered agents. Helps how to find them. I'm gonna even give you a list of them in every state, so you, if they're in your, especially if they're in your area, you know, you'll be able to just duplicate my content. So it's been an hour. Thank you all for watching. We're done for the day, and so have a great day.